Hey, hi all. Welcome back to BLN Knowledge Center. In this today's session, we'll talk about the differences between different programming languages. So, as part of C Sharp.NET course, this is one of the topic which we need to look into that before we get into C Sharp. So, what are all the differences among different programming languages so far before we have seen the C Sharp.NET? Okay, so let me open my class note. So, and I'm going to explain it here. So, what are the different programming languages we have it before to .NET, C Sharp.NET, or any VB.NET or J Sharp.NET, and what are all the different features among each programming language? If you look at this different programming languages, so it is enabling all developers to communicate with the computers with the different tasks, right? If you want to communicate with a system or a computer, you need to have a separate programming language. Like if you wanted to talk to a person who is basically mother tongue is English, you must aware like how to speak in English. Similarly, like the person who aware of Hindi, if you want to communicate with that person, you need to aware of Hindi language, right? Similarly to the computer, right? If you want to talk to or communicate with the machine or a computer, right? You need to understand and how to write a program and how to communicate the system with the programming language. So when it comes to programming language, language is nothing but a communication between human and the computer, right? So we have different programming languages, like various aspects. Like first programming language which was introduced was a machine language, and then second thing was machine language. Second thing was assembly language. Third one is high level language. So these are the programming languages, earlier we have in the industry to communicate with the computers or systems, right? So when it comes to programming languages or programming language, right? When you talk about programming language, right? We must understand what is this programming language is, right? So I'm going to explain you, right, what is this programming language, and then we'll see like how we are going to, get into the C sharp programming language. So programming language basically it is enabling, right, developers to communicate with the computers. So it is basically an option to enable developers to communicate with the computers for the desired tasks, right? For the required tasks to be executed on the system or computer, or it enables developers. So you can call it as anything. So tasks. So there are various programming languages. There are various programming languages that can be used for writing programs, right? For the applications. So they are, as I mentioned above, machine language. I think let me disable this. Where is that options and language? No, not this one. Proofing. Let me disable this. But right now, there are machine language, assembly language, and high level language, right? So these are the basic programming languages which got introduced earlier to any program we are using right now in the nowadays of industry, right? Further to the above programming languages, further to the above programming languages, right? So language has been language has been classified into language has been classified into three generations. That means these programming languages have been introduced based on the generations, right? That is first generation language. We can call it as first generation language, second generation language, right? And finally, third generation language. Okay, so these are the languages, right? Divided into first generation, second generation, third generation. So when it comes to machine language, right, it is a first generation language. Got it? So when it comes to assembly, again, it goes to a second generation, and when it goes to high level language, it comes under third generation like that. So the language has been classified into, different, generations. I mean, these languages has been introduced in different generations, first generation, second generation, third generation. Okay. When you talk about machine language, this is the first language we have talk about here. This is basically CPU based, right? The CPU can only understand the language of ones and zeros, that is a machine language. The CPU can only understand can only understand the language of ones and zeros. That is machine language. So when it comes to machine language only understand the program in ones and zeros, that is a binary language, right? That is a binary stuff. Machine level language is allowing user to write program in zeros and ones. So that is binary language. Okay. This machine language is also called as MLL, machine level language. It means machine level language. Okay. So ones and zeros means as a binary. Bi means two. Two means one and zero, right? Got it. Only the language is going to represent zeros and ones. That's why we're calling as a binary. And always the value on the character is going to be divided with a two. That's what a binary language. The machine language contains the bits, as we all know, for computers to understand the commands provided in high level language, right? That means even if you're writing a programming language in high level, that means English language, that again is going to be divided or translated into a machine level language with the help of the binary language process. Okay, so language, right? The instructions have to be converted to machine language that comprises bits. Okay, so the machine language contains bits. Machine language contains bits, that is ones or zeros. Got it? So as we all know that computers can only understand, right? A binary language. Hence, all high level languages are translating into a binary language. Got it? So languages, right, are different types, even though, but when it comes to the computer can only understand a binary language. For example, right, two, right, device two. This binary value is, right, 1 0. That means two ones are two, right? The remainder is zero. That means the value binary for this two is 1 0. Got it? Two binary, right? Value is 1 0. Got it? So when you divide two with two, two ones are two, right? Remainder is 0. Got it? So I must specify this in different way. This is going to become 0, right? when I do this with 1. Hence, the 2 value, right? Binary value is 1, 0, right? Similarly, 3 is, for 3, the binary value is, right? 2 divides 3 means, got it. Let me do this. So 2 ones are 2 and remainder is 1. So the a binary value for 3 value is 3 value binary is 1 1, right? Understood? 3 value, right? Binary is 1 1, right? So like this, whatever program you are writing, right, that is going to be converted into binary language, and then it submits to a machine. So machine level language always in zeros and ones. Okay, and talk about advantages, right? When you talk about advantages, when it comes to machine language, it is a very faster because it is in ones and zeros. Execute the program and return the response. Okay, and it does not require, right, any translator because it's already in binary language, so it is directly understood by computer. So this is very efficient when compiling a program, right? It is very, right, efficient when compiling program. So when it comes to disadvantages, all operations code have to remember. Operations, all operation codes have to remember because we are not aware of this language. Hence, we need to keep in mind the operation codes. All memory addresses have to remember because this is in zeros and ones. If anything you're mentioning it, this will be in zeros and ones. So you need to remember what that zeros and ones. Like if you look at above 1 0, it's value for 2. 1 1, it's value for 3. Like that, whatever operation codes like add, subtract, divide, division, or reminder module, right? So all these operations, right? You need to keep in your mind what is the binary value for these operations. And similarly, all memory addresses have to remember because everything in zeros and ones. So debugging of program also very difficult to find errors in programming because it was in machine language, which is very hard for the developer, right? Debugging of a program also very hard because it was in ones and zero, 1 and 0, right? So these are some of the disadvantages and these are some of the advantages if you look at the machine level language or machine language, right? So when it comes to assembly language, that is what the next language we're talking about. So this assembly language act as the intermediate between machine level language and high level language, right? So assembly language is often called as low level language as it is closer to hardware level. Okay, a specialized compiler known as assembler, we're going to use it to translate this assembly language to a machine level language. So assembly language, statement comprises 4 sections basically, right? And we should make them aware before you get into assembly language program. Okay, so the assembly a language act as, right, the intermediate between machine level language and high level language. Got it correct? Okay. So assembly language requires translator because it is intermediate between machine level and high level. Requires translator, that is assembler, to translate assembly level language into machine language. Okay, so we need to make sure that we should have a assembler so that it is going to convert my assembly language into machine language. And also we need to understand that assembly language is having 4 sections, right? Those sections we need to keep in mind to start writing a program in assembly language. So assembly language, also called as assembly language, is often called as low level language, right? As it is closer to hardware level, as it is closer to hardware level, because we need to write a program which is closer to hardware. So assembly language language having 4 sections. One is, right, mnemonic. Second is operand. Third is label. Fourth one is comment. So in the last 2 sections are optional. So this label and comment are optional, but above mnemonic and operand are mandatory when you write a program in assembly language. Okay. So when it comes to advantages, when you talk about advantages, right, the fast and efficient way of converting assembly language into a machine level language, easy syntax because we have mnemonics and label and comment, and easy to understand because this is a little bit better than machine language, because machine language purely on zeros and ones, but assembly language somehow having some mnemonic codes and operand names, so we can easily understand, and even we can easily locate the errors and we can easily modify it. Okay, and no worries about addressing and address details of your variables and program. So it is somewhat efficient than machine language. Okay, so when I talk about advantages, first one is it is fast and efficient of efficient way of converting, right, assembly or language into machine language because we have a compiler. Got it? So second thing is easy syntax with right mnemonics, operand and label and comment sections. So other thing was easy to understand as we have a mnemonic code, and easy to locate the errors as well. Locate the errors and correct. Last one is, right, efficient than machine language because this is having mnemonic operand, no, at least codes to understand and know allocate the errors and program. So when it comes to this machine language, as we don't have the stuff, so somehow we need to uh, spend some more time to understand the stuff. Okay. So when it comes to disadvantages, the first one is it requires extra step to convert, of course, because it is a translator dependent. We have to make sure that translator must be come into the picture to translate your assembly language into machine language. So it is it requires, right, extra step, right, to convert the language, because translator we are going to use it, right, we need to have that, hence it is taking one more step. And other thing was we need to have a knowledge on mnemonic codes. We need to have knowledge on mnemonic codes, right, mnemonic codes like add, multiplication, move, right, like this we are going to use it. These codes you need to keep in your mind. We need to understand and now have some knowledge of this processor architecture and instruction set. Okay. Third one is many instructions are required to achieve small task, of course. So because this is interdependent with mnemonic codes, we need to put many instructions to invoke, add, model, or multiplication or move mnemonic codes, right? So may need uh, many instructions to achieve small tasks, because all these mnemonic codes are same for small or bigger program. So source program tend to be large and it is very difficult to follow. If source code is bigger, if program is bigger, right, we need to uh, spare more time to understand the instructions, right? So this is something which is about assembly language. Of course, it is faster and it is efficient than machine language, but when it comes to disadvantages, we need to have extra step. We need to remember all these codes and we need to have many instructions to achieve small tasks. And if a program is bigger, then we need to spare more time to understand the instructions. So next one is high level language. High level language, and we can call it as high level language, HLL. Okay. So what is this high level languages? This is a simple kind of language which we are talking over writing a program. It's human readable and writing a program which is using English. High level language is a type of language that is designed to be easy for humans. So all programming languages nowadays are high level language. So you can take an example of the C, C++, Java, C Sharp, or .NET, or high level languages. So when it comes to assembly language is only the language which you are going to use it as part of assembly level language, and machine level languages. So we have only one machine level language, right? That's kind of low level language. So when it comes to high level language, whatever language we are writing, it all are the high level language programs. Okay, so let me. So when high level language, it is a common language nowadays everyone is using. So it is a type of language that is designed to be easy for humans to read, write, and understand. Okay, so that means compared to other programming languages, it is more convenient for the humans to write and read this programming language. Okay, so coming to this, all programming languages nowadays, all programming languages nowadays, right, or high level languages. That is example C, C++, Java, .NET, Python, all are high level programming languages. Okay, so when we talk about the advantages of this high level language is this, right? So if you want to talk me, or if you want to tell about high level language, right? Hash include stdio.h and then void main, and you can write your program, right? Welcome to high level language, right? This is the program. So I'm writing in English. This is high level language. This would be translated into machine language using a compiler, which is a translator for translating your program into, machine language. So when it comes to advantages, first one is it is very easy of understanding. So easy of use by users to write program, right? And also it is very easy to learn because they are simple to understand. If you look at above program, it is very clear hash include, which is including my header file, standard input output header file. This is the function which is named as main of return type void, which is just printing a message on the console, right? It is very easy for user to understand and learn. Second thing is less control, right? It is not having any tedious configurations or tedious codes to understand by the developer. You can easily control the program, right? So high level languages abstract away or low level details and hardware specific functions, making it difficult to optimize code for specific hardware of a system. Okay, so hence it is less control. Okay, second thing is high memory usage. Sorry, I think I'm going in different way. So when we are talking about advantages, right? The second thing is, so this is having some intuitive syntax and are easier to read and understand than low level languages. Okay, so intuitive language syntax, and are easier to read and understand. Second thing is efficient. Code is efficient because high level languages are designed to be more efficient than low level languages as they abstract, right? Hardware specific functions and low level details. Okay. High level languages are designed to be more efficient than low level language. Means assembly and machine languages. Okay. So that means as they abstract hardware specific functions and low level details. Okay. And next one is portability. That means you can integrate in any language that is platform independent, meaning that they can run on any operating system without modifications. HLL, high level language, right, are platform independent, right? Meaning that they can run on any operating system without modifications. Okay, so hence it is no portability is very easy when you use high level language. When it comes to disadvantages, I'll list out some of disadvantages as well. As I said, it is slower because the high level languages are generally slower than low level language because they require some more processing time to convert the code into machine language, right? So I can say it is first thing is slower in execution because HL language is requires some more process to translate or convert into a machine language, right? Hence it is slower in compilation and less control. As I said, less control. Matlab, no, a high level language abstract away low level details and hardware specific functions. Okay, so it is difficult to optimize code for specific hardware or a system. Okay, and third thing is high memory usage. Memory usage because when you compile a program, right, more memory is required comparatively low level language as they use additional functions and structures inside of your high level programming. If you look at here, this particular program, this is stdio.h standard input output header file, which again downloads the interdependent files into your system when you run this program. Hence, it is taking more memory comparatively low level language. Okay, so these are the advantages and disadvantages of the programming which you are writing in high level language. So we have three languages, right? Machine language, assembly language, and high level language. And these programming languages again now classified as first generation, second generation, third generation. Machine language directly in my binary language, which is directly understand by CPU, hence it is very fast and it does not require any translator. It is very efficient when compiling program, but comes to disadvantages. We have to remember all codes and memory addresses, and debugging of program is very hard because it was in zeros and ones. When it comes to assembly language, again, it depends on the sections like which we have in assembly language, like mnemonic, operand, label, comment. So mnemonic operand we have to remember when you're writing a program, and again, it is kind of obstacle burdens we have to understand and write a program to execute a small tasks even. So, when it comes to high-level language, it is type of language that is designed to be easy for humans to read and write. So, hence nowadays all programming languages or high-level languages, and these are the advantages we have it as part of high-level language. Hence, people are preferring this high-level language. Okay, so when you talk about low-level language, it's an assembly language. High-level language means all programming language nowadays we are using it. Okay. So when you say like low level, right? This is assembly language. When you say high level, right? It is all programming language. Okay. So for this particular, languages, high level languages, okay, we need to have different kind of, translators, compilers, right? Basically, if you look at C++, Java, these are compiler-based programming language. And we have interpreters. If you look at interpreter programming language like VB, Fox Pro, or are interpreter-based programming language. So these two are translators. This language are interpreter-based translator. These languages are compiler-based languages. Interpreter means line by line it is going to execute. This is something is a compiler-based. As I mentioned, C is a compiler-based, right? That means it is going to execute a complete program at a time. right? When it comes to interpreter, right, it is going to execute line by line, right? That's how it is going to take more time for compilation. Okay, so there are some more specialized features. We have some more languages, right? Like if you look at Fortran, which basically using it for scientific purpose, right? So like that, if you look at Python, it is very sequential program. If you look at Lisp, it is a meta programming to describe the objective and analysis of your data. And if you look at object-oriented programming languages, right? High level, again, divided into object based on object-oriented programming languages. Got it? So there are different kind of programming languages can be classified into different ways. Like based on that, we are going to, you know, map to the particular low level or high level. So low level is assembly programming language. High level all programming language again classified into two compiler bases. Translator. Compiler is one translator, which is C, C++, Java, .NET, etc. And interpreter based or VB Fox Pro or Perl, PHP, right? These are interpreter based programming languages. Okay. So these are different programming languages I can map to. If you wanted to map anything like no, I can say like C, right? This is the programming language and it is very popular language, particularly right, using translator as compiler. And coming to the Pascal, when you talk about Pascal, right, it is a programming language mostly used for teaching, right? For few industries uses this language to write programs. This language tends to use keywords instead of symbols and braces, right? This again having this, a kind of compiler for translating. And again, Fortran. So we have Fortran. This is basically using it for number crunching language, and still we are using it, right, by scientists, right? This language allows different sizes of variables to up to a memory limit and the machine. This language is suitable for engineers who have to calculate values with high precision. Okay, and coming to the Java or .NET, right? This is again one of the most popular programming for multiple platforms. That's particularly helpful in networking, or of course, mostly this language is used in web with Java applets. However, this language is used to design cross-platform programs since similar to C++, right? Structure. Okay. And coming to the PHP or Lisp, some more programs I can say. So PHP again, we are going to use it for website development, right? So also known as scripting language. This language is designed to develop rapid websites. And coming to the list, Lisp, right? This is something, right? Using it mostly in computer science research, and it stores all data, lists such as arrays. Like the syntax of list is very simple and easy to make, development to implement structures. Okay. So when you talk about other language, C++, this is again after C, right? C++ is the enhanced version for C, right? So this has an object-oriented structure capabilities, which is used to large program building. So the structure of object-oriented also permit to code to be reused many times. This is a very a prominent and popular programming language. This language is an efficient language which we are using nowadays. Okay. So these are some of languages I can explain you as part of this programming language. So if you look at differences between the programming languages, these are the main programming languages, and we are here high level language. Okay. So thanks for listening this video, and I hope you are having it now what are programming languages and differences between these programming languages. Okay. Thanks for listening to this video, and please subscribe this channel for more videos. Thank you.